Hello and welcome back to Modpack 10 Lite version. Today we are going to do Mekanism for the 1 billionth time. We need to make a reactor, we need to get fissile fuel and all that stuff. And of course we don't have any of those fancy upgrades that we had in Stone Block 4. So that means we might have to plunk down more machines, or we might have to just wait longer for all this stuff to make itself. So cool. Let's take a look at the good old chart, and we'll see what's involved in getting fissile fuel. All right, so this is the chart that I made for myself back in Mods 10. And ignore the little right thing that says big power on the right side. That's just like, I don't know, design crap over there. What's really more important is all that stuff on the left side over here. And there are two major branches that you need to do. One small one, which is on the left over here, and one big one, which is like on the right over here. And then the right side has like a couple of like little branches over here. And it goes down into uranium hexafluoride, and then it goes into this isotopic centrifuge just to make fissile fuel. So in order to let's go over the smaller branch over here, and these are the machines over here. This one's the enrichment chamber. This one's a chemical oxidizer, and we'll go over that. So yeah. First of all, you're gonna need some uranium ingots. So hopefully you got your ore productions in place, your resource productions in place, just to get you uranium ores. And once you smelt that into uranium ingots, you put that through the enrichment chamber, just get yellow Kate uranium, and then you shove that into a chemical oxidizing machine, and then you get uranium oxide, like that. So that's the left branch done right there. But we need to get hydrofluoric acid. So in order to get that, we need to go all the way over here and start with sulfur. Now, you can get the sulfur from any old resource generation, from your laser drills or from your miners, your lamps, and stuff like that. Once you get that, you shove that into your chemical oxidizer in order to get sulfur dioxide. But you need to combine that with oxygen. So you get that from the electrolytic separator. And you put both of them into the chemical infuser in order to get sulfur trioxide. You need to combine that with water vapor from a decondensator machine. You put both those together in a chemical infuser just to get sulfuric acid, and then you need to put sulfuric acid into a chemical dissolution chamber with fluorite in order to get hydrofluoric acid. Then you need to combine that with the uranium oxide from this branch over here in yet another chemical infuser just to get yourself uranium hexafluoride, and then you shove that into a isotopic centrifuge in order to get your fissile fuel. And finally, you shove that in your big honking reactor, and then you get your nuclear waste right there. And then you can do whatever you want with your nuclear waste. Make polonium, plutonium, antimatter, whatever. So here's the list of machines right here. You probably don't need two electrolytic separators. Maybe you do. Maybe you just need to scale it up and stuff. So yeah, the numbers aren't that important. It's the type of machines that's kind of important here. So cool. All right, let's go back and start. All right, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and make our machines. So we are going to need, let's see, enrichment. Let me get some enrichment chambers here. We're going to make the maximum size here. The ultimate enrichment factory, which might take a while. Go on. Come on. You have the quantum CPU. Come on. There you go. Oh, by the way, you can totally make the quantum crafting computer because it's not really hidden. Just go on the quantum crafter over here, and then here's one of the accelerators you can make, and then you press U on that thing, and it's just what's this? Quantum computer core, huh? Just gonna add that to the list, and just like you just make it. So yeah, you can probably suss it out and make the whole damn thing yourself, but yeah, do what you want. So yeah, here we go. Enriching chamber right there. We're gonna need chemical oxidizers. I don't know how many do we need. Let's see, 1, and let's see, 2. Okay, we'll make 2 for now and see what happens. The chemical oxidizers. Okay, here we go. 2 of these guys. And then we're going to need a chemical dissolution chamber. So it's this one over here. And I think that is just 1. Okay, here, make one of these. Chemical dissolution, oxidizers, chemical infusers. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 chemical infusers. Let's see, what the heck is that thing? Okay, here it is. Come on, make it. Okay, chemical infusers. That is 3. So that's like 1, 2, and where's the other one? Okay, there's 3. Okay, 3. Okay, give me that thing. And then afterwards, we're going to need the chemical infusers, the decondensator. Okay, give me that. Condense. There we go. Okay, we're going to need 1 for the water vapor. And is that all we need? Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to need it for something else, but okay, we'll make 1. Okay, and then we're going to need electrolytic separators. With that. And then we're going to need the tower. So that's isotopic centrifuge. And no, these recipes are not very available. I made this beforehand. Okay, we got the tower there. Let's get some power cables. Give me that. And let's get some flux points. Okay, give me that. Okay, let's go ahead and haphazardly put all this crap together. All right. Let me get a wireless connector out here, because we're gonna need it. If I make one of these, are you just gonna make one, or just? Oh, okay. All right, we got one of those. ME wireless setup kit. Okay, give me that. We're gonna need some energy cards. Let's see, greater energy cards. Make 8. Geez, so resource heavy. All right, let me get the other cables out. Let's see, which one should we make? Green? Green for nuclear? I guess so. All right, let's go ahead and make some cables. Okay, we have a ton of cactus, so we might as well start with green. There we go. And then we'll get some of these smart cables out here. We're probably going to need some interfaces, so extended interfaces. And here, make 10 more. Okay, there we go. We'll leave that in there for now. We're going to need some import buses, maybe. Probably not those. Here, make 10 of these. Okay, acceleration cards. Maybe 40. Okay, and then we're going to need some storage buses. Okay, here's some storage buses. Hopefully that's enough. We're also going to need to bring water in. So we have the infinite water cell right there. So that's pretty nice. We are going to... Well, we already have the reactor stuff pre-made. So that's a good thing right there. We're probably going to need a... Actually, no. I don't think we need a sink. I think we're just going to have to deal with that. Hold on. Infinite water cell. Can I just make one more? And we'll create a subnet for it. Okay, that's not bad. Here, make another one. Okay, we'll leave that one alone. All right, so we're going to need an ME IO port. This was shoving the water into the reactor. And we don't have one. Okay, hold on. Port. Go in here. And IO port and ME extended IO port. Okay, make one of these. That over there. Then we're going to need the regular one here. And we're going to need the ME drive. All right, cool. Okay, now what else do we need? We got the infinity water cell. Kind of forgotten how that one goes, but we'll figure it out. Okay. All right. Go back to the controller and plunk these things down. Okay, let's see. We'll probably put these up here. I mean, this is really not much here that we can plunk down, you know. It's just one wireless connector and that's it. All right, put that down here. Okay, great. Well, right-click you. And are those cards done yet? Energy cards. Oh, there they are. Okay, great. Okay. Put these guys in here. And you all linked to it. Okay. Okay, put these guys in here. And then the other ones, this is the extended I/O port, so that goes into the crystal assembler, I think. Okay, here you go. Put that in there. And we're going to figure out where the this little thing goes. Let's see, wireless connectors. We can probably start from the back over here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start from the back here, or maybe like right in the corner, or right in the corner, or maybe we'll just like raise it up or something. Oh yeah, I forgot to move these. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, let's see. Where's... Did I not bring the... Oh, okay, here they are. Okay, that in there. The greater energy cards. Okay, right-click that. And there we go. 50. I mean, it's right there anyway. Alright, cables. Okay, let's see. How the heck do we start this? Let's start... maybe we'll start with the stuff that requires importing from the E2 network. So maybe uranium. So how much uranium do I have? 30k, okay. Now, how about the fluorite? 44k, okay. How about the sulfur? 38k, okay, all right. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not a million, but it's a start. All right, so let's run a cable. I'm guessing like all the way over here. I'm not quite sure yet. Here, you just run the cable first, and we'll deal with it. Okay. Now the interface. Well, first of all, let me just plunk down some machines here. So let's see. Maybe we should start like over here. I think we have plenty of space over here. So I'm just gonna start like that. Maybe skip a space there. Gives a little bit more breathing room. Okay, flux point. That right there. Alright, great. Alright, cool. Now I'm saving the other network. I named it Mechanism because that's only for the SPS. And it's really not that much. It's just like a couple of thermals over here. It's only like this part and that's it. But the thing is, you know what? Maybe I will. Because I might like make some more thermals, you know, just for the FPS. Or maybe just plunk down some reactors or something. I'm gonna switch this one. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. So let's start with the enrichment stuff. It's the ultimate enrichment factory. And then we're gonna plunk it down over here. Okay. Then we're gonna put a interface there. And we're gonna start bringing stuff out. Let's see, uranium. Uranium ingots, gonna put that right there. Set that to high. We're also gonna need the fluorite. Okay, put that right there. Set that to high. Let's see, we're also going to need water maybe. Not quite sure where, but we'll do it. Okay, we're gonna need sulfur. Okay, there we go. And I think that's about it. Alright, cool. Let's see. Let's go in here and look up tanks. We're going to need a couple of these chemical tanks as well. So, Maybe will, maybe won't. I'm not quite sure, but we'll make 10 of these. All right, cool. Okay, plunk down some storage buses, like so. And the enrichment chamber gets the uranium. And I should be really bookmarking this stuff. Okay, we'll put that right there. Right-click that, put that there, and put that there. Okay, give me import buses. Put that over here. And then we're probably going to get like a different color cable out, so it doesn't merge with the main network there. How about, I don't know, the white ones? Does it go well with the green? Or should we like hulk it up and just like leave it purple? Yeah? Alright, cool. Alright, so anyway, that's the enrichment chamber right there. So this one creates the yellow Kate uranium. So we're going to get a barrel. We're just going to temporarily put it in there. Let's see. Limited diamond barrel. I'll put it like right next to each other. Like so. Now, how much can you hold? 8,000? Okay, that'll do. So once the yellow Kate uranium makes it, it'll fill out this barrel and go somewhere else. Okay, let me see. Alright, what's next? Chemical dissolution? Okay, let me get that thing. I might have to start moving things around, you know. I'll put that over here. Then we'll run the cable over here. And this one is for the fluorite. We'll drag that over here. Okay, and then next, we'll need a chemical oxidizer. Okay, give me that one. And we'll put that right there. Now, for the fluoride, what does that create? Hydrofluoric acid? Okay. So that's a chemical, so that means I'll probably need to place a tank somewhere, either the left or the right or whatever. Okay, so for the chemical oxidizer, let's see, chemical oxidizer, that's for the sulfur. I'll drag that over here. All right, great. We're not going to start anything yet because we might, we might move stuff around. Okay. All right, so that's the stuff right there. So let us go ahead and create another row here. Maybe we'll make it like that, or maybe we won't. We got like plenty of space, you know. So we just like skip a row here. Okay, cool. All right, so next, this one is for the yellow Kate uranium. So that means that'll go inside the chemical oxidizer. So that means we'll get this thing over here, and then we'll plunk down a chemical oxidizer here, and then we'll run a pipe from here to there. And there's no reason for us to fill around from any subnets if it's just like straight transfer. So we're just going to take the barrel and go straight into here, straight in, and that creates uranium oxide. So let's get those tanks out here. Tanks. There we go. Now we'll put one like over here. Okay. And then for the dissolution chamber, that makes hydrofluoric acid. So let us put that over here. Okay. And then for this chemical oxidizers, that is sulfur. So that makes sulfur dioxide. So let's put a tank over here. All right, cool. All right, put these back. All right, so next, there's a chemical infuser. Actually, no. Let's start with the deconcentrator. There you go. I'm going to put that right here. And we're going to run water into it. Okay, and this one's water. And we're going to switch it to this one. And it creates water vapor. And that should be a chemical. Should be anyway. Alright, so this one will fill up this tank over here. So that one gets the water vapor, and that goes into a chemical infuser with the sulfuric acid, and that goes into the chemical dissolution chamber, which is right there. So let's see. Chemical infuser. There we go. Here's one of these. And then this one is the dissolution chamber, which goes over there. So maybe we'll point one down like over here. Okay. Let me get some tubes. Chemical tubes. Come on, go faster. Okay, all right. We'll wait for that. I probably like ran out of resources while I was creating all the reactor stuff. Sheesh. Go faster. Okay, just as I thought. Give me those. And then from the dissolution chamber, that is, let me see. Okay, that's the fluorite with the hydrofluoric acid. So that means we're going to take this and then we're going to run it to here. This is the chemical infuser. So what does it infuse it with? Okay, that makes the uranium hexafluoride. Okay. Alright, cool. Now, what was the other chemical infuser that I was talking about? That takes the water vapor stuff, right? Okay, we'll put that over here. So, let me get one of these. Okay, we'll put that over here. So this is the water vapor stuff, so we're going to run that into here. And that is the chemical infuser. But we're also going to need sulfur trioxide. So we're probably going to do that over here, maybe? I'm not quite sure yet. The electrolytic separator, that takes water. Okay, fine. Let me get that electrolytic separator. And we'll point one down like right here. That one also takes water. Okay, great. And that separates into hydrogen and oxygen. You might be able to use both at some point. Alright, cool. Alright, let's start this one up. And first of all, we're going to go in here. Turn all this crap off. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go in here. There's electrolytic separator, so we're just going to go in here. And we're going to do that as an input for the fluids. Alright, cool. Right, let's power this thing up. Quartz. There we go. Alright, that's running. Alright, hydrogen is going into the left side. Okay, not that one. Okay, where is that one going to? Okay, that one is that one and that one. Okay. Chemicals. That is an output there. And let's put that over here. Now let's see if that works. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. You can probably control this, right? So that is hydrogen. So that one goes on the left side there. And that is the chemical infuser taking on the water vapor. Right? And let's see. That is electrolytic separator. We're going to need the O2 to go into another chemical infuser. So it's this one over here. Okay, and then ultimately goes into yet another chemical infuser with water vapor. So that's like right next to it. Okay. Maybe over here. Okay, that is O2. So that means I should swap the sides over here. chemicals, and we'll do it like that. Cool. Okay, so that takes on the O2 there with the chemical oxidizer, the infuser, I mean. And that also takes in the sulfur dioxide from the chemical oxidizer. Now, where's this one over here? Okay, it's this one over here. So this one needs to go into this one. Hang on. This one is the rotary stuff. That is the water vapor that goes into here. Okay. And this is the chemical oxidizer. That one is for what again? Okay, that's for sulfur. And that goes into this tank over here. Okay. That makes sulfur dioxide. That needs to go into a chemical infuser with O2, which is all the way over here, unfortunately. So, all right, let me try to maybe move some things around. Let's see, rotary condensator. Now, the water vapor ultimately goes in where? That is the... Oh, okay, let me try moving this one then. Maybe move this around. Okay, and this one's what? Water? Yeah, get rid of that thing. And then, here, let me move this over. That one is, what again? Electrolytic separator, okay. And we'll put that, like, right there. Okay, give me that one. And they're both empty. Okay, fine. Put that over here. They don't have any inputs. Okay, great. Okay, that one goes into a chemical infuser, so we'll put that over here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this one, that one's the water vapor. And what are you again? Okay, that one's for the sulfur and stuff. So that one's the chemical oxidizer. And that creates sulfur dioxide, and that goes into a chemical infuser with O2. So let me get this. Now put that over here. Okay, and the O2 goes where? Hold on. O2 goes, this is hydrogen. That's like cyan. Okay. Can we put that to the right? Okay, we want to put that to the right. So it goes into here. Alright, there we go. Okay, let me see. That one's the O2, okay. Then we're going to need to combine that with sulfur dioxide from this thing over here. Right, that's sulfur. So we're just gonna run this cable to over here. Okay, then we configure these. Here, turn these damn things off. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's do this as an input, and we'll do that as an input. Yeah, make that orange or something. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so this one, dissolution chamber. That one's fluoride, that's hydrofluoric acid. That goes in a chemical infuser just to make uranium hexafluoride. Okay, and that combines it from the uranium oxide from the chemical oxidizer. So where's that one? Over here? Okay. I think it's over here. Alright. So let's see. Can I move this over to here? And then I could put the pipe over here. And I put the uranium over here. Okay. And a dissolution chamber. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Now grab this thing and put it over here. Okay, and let's see, that one makes uranium oxide, and I need to combine that with hydrofluoric acid from the chemical dissolution chamber, which is like right there. Okay, and it should be this particular pipe over here. But then again, this pipe's like in the way now. Well, I can always do this. That's what the extra space is for. Alright, cool. And then from that one, I could just do this. There we go. And then this one outputs like that. Okay, and then this one coming in from the right, so that's an input. Let's make that orange, so it makes sense. Okay, and then we have one coming in from the back. Alright, cool. And then this one makes uranium hexafluoride, and that'll probably go out the front. Okay, let's make this an output. And we're going to take that stuff from here. That's an input there. Okay, and then from here, we're going to, what is this, items? Hold on. Oh, no, that doesn't connect to that one. It connects to this one. Okay, let's see, that's an output there. And this is the input. Alright, cool. Dissolution chamber. That's an input there. And the items. Well, what is this? Items? No, don't do that. Hold on. Let's see. The items are the fluoride. Right. Okay, the items is an input. Okay, the chemicals goes out the right. Okay, that should work there. We're probably going to need some kind of fluids in there. So let me see. What do you need? This is sulfuric acid and dissolution chamber. Okay, let me see. Okay. That takes sulfuric acid, so that's from the chemical infuser. And where is that one? The chemical infuser. That takes water vapor and sulfur trioxide. Okay, water vapor, water vapor. Solution oxidizer. I don't think I put that back down. Okay, fine. Here, give me this. And we'll put that over here, I think. Hold on. Let's see, how the heck I'm going to do this one. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is the electrolytic separator. And that takes O2 and combines it with sulfur dioxide. And that goes into a chemical infuser to make sulfur trioxide. So where is that going into? Here? Or is it here? I think it's over here. Okay, let me take a look at the back. Okay, that's sulfur there. And that creates sulfur dioxide, and that goes into this particular thing over here. Okay, let's just start this up, because it's like I keep like repeating things, and it's just like, hold on. This thing is... Okay, first of all, let's just take in the input. Input. Alright, there we go. That's sulfur dioxide there. and it goes to the right. Let's see, chemicals, and we're going to do an output there. It's going to fill this tank up, and this tank takes in an input like so. Right? Right? Hold on, might be the wrong input there. Yeah. Let's see. What are you again? Chemical oxidizer. Okay, we'll take an input like that. All right, cool. And then this thing goes into here. Okay. We are going to output like that. Like so. That's sulfur dioxide. All right, cool. And then we're going to start this one up. That's the O2. Alright, let's see. This is electrolytic separator, so that's an input. Alright, that's O2. And the hydrogen. Okay, that's the front there. Okay, input from here. Alright, that's running now. That's O2 going into there. Okay, let's hook this up to an output. Right, there we go. Sulfur trioxide is making. Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and start making some alkate uraniums. So this one doesn't take anything yet. Right? Okay. And then this one takes in uranium. Okay, input, and then we're going to output to the barrel. Right, great. Alright, there we go. Allocate uranium. We're going to lock this thing. Alright, there we go. Making allocate uranium, and this thing, the chemical oxidizer, it's going to make uranium oxide. So let me turn these off and turn that one off. And it's going to take the input like so, and then output into, no, that's for items. Chemicals, that's going to output like that. Okay, cool. Alright, so this tank will get the input from the chemical oxidizer. Okay. Alright, cool. It's making it. It's putting the uranium oxide into this tank. And that goes into another chemical infuser to make uranium hexafluoride eventually. So it should be maybe this one that's doing it. So let's see. This is sulfur trioxide, okay. And what do you do? This is the fluoride stuff? Okay. So let's see. Fluoride. Fluoride goes in the chemical dissolution chamber and takes sulfuric acid. Okay, we need another chemical infuser just to make sulfuric acid. So that takes the sulfur trioxide and combines it with the water vapor over here. Okay, this is what? Hydrogen? Okay, here, give me one of these. And then we'll put that over here. Okay, fluids. We are going to put water in it. Okay, there we go. Chemicals. We go out the left side here. That one has something in it already. Alright, there we go. We're getting water vapor. Alright, give me one of these. And now the water vapor combines with, let me see, with sulfur trioxide. So it's in here that we need to combine it with. And that goes into where? Another chemical infuser. Sulfur trioxide and then water vapor. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good. Okay, give me that. And that one outputs like that. That's water vapor. And that one goes into here. Let's see. Water vapor combines with sulfur trioxide, which is over here. So we're just gonna like go up and over and stuff. And it'll be fine. Okay, let's see. The back here. That's in input, like so. Okay, we got the water vapor there. And then we're just gonna go up and over here. Or maybe we can just go down or something. Just make it look a little bit neater or something, but I don't think that's gonna work out. Alright. So the top will be an output. Like so. That's sulfur trioxide. And this one is from the top, so we'll do that as an input there. And that's making sulfuric acid. Okay, great. I'm going to put another tank over here. I'll put that over here. But first, I'm just gonna wrench this away here. Oops. Where's the block over here? Okay. Alright. Turn these off. And this is an input. Okay. Go over here. Chemicals, that is an output. Alright, there we go. We got sulfuric acid filling up. Okay, great. Alright, so let's see. We got sulfuric acid. We got uranium oxide over here. And what do you, sir? What do you do? Oh yeah, the dissolution chamber. And that is fluoride mixing with sulfuric acid. So that means we need to take all of this and put it back over here. Alright, cool. So we just run across like that and just go like that. Okay, there we go. It should work. Okay, I missed one. Alright, there we go. Alright, select this tank. Then we're going to output to the top. Okay, sulfuric acid. And then this one, we'll take it as an input. Alright, there we go, sulfuric acid. And it's creating wherever this stuff is. Hold on. Hydrofluoric acid, is that correct? Yep, that's correct. Okay, great. And let me see. Chemicals, output to the right, And then we got the tank that goes out to here. Okay, great. And that goes into here. Alright, so that's the hydrofluoric acid right there. And that goes into a chemical infuser with uranium oxide. So that should be over here. So let's start running another cable. Okay. Alright, so we got uranium oxide over here. And then we need the hydrofluoric acid. So we need to... okay, we got that one. This is a chemical infuser. So we just need to plunk this thing into here. And then we can get uranium hexafluoride. Okay, great. And then we'll put that like over here. Okay, uranium oxide. And that one goes put like that and into here. And we create uranium hexafluoride. And then that one outputs into this tank over here. Alright, great. Alright, there we go. Uranium hexafluoride. See, it wasn't that hard. There's all this spaghetti tubes and everything. Just going every which way. Could it be a little bit neater? Sure, it could be a little bit neater. What I could do is I can probably like put that down here, maybe? How many millibuckets of sulfuric acid do we have in here? Okay, it's not that much if I just like go like this. You know, we do have the room and everything. But first, let me just do this. Okay, great. Alright, there we go. And then this one is what? Sulfuric acid. And this is water vapor, sulfuric acid. And this one is what? That is sulfuric acid. Hold on. Okay, hold on. This is, I don't think this is correct. Hold on. This is sulfur dioxide, okay. And this is O2, And where's the, oh, hold on. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of it anyway here. Okay. Let's see, sulfur trioxide, that is decreasing. That one goes from here. Okay, output like that into here, and then I'm going to input from. Okay, let's get rid of this, and then that's the front. Okay, there we go. All right. Sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Okay. And that makes sulfuric acid. That's going out, right? I think that's going up. Alright, cool. Okay, sulfur trioxide and water vapor makes sulfuric acid, okay? Alright, that's going in there. Alright, cool. Alright, so now for this particular pipe, what I could do is like put that down there. Okay, right click that thing, and you know what, I'll do that later after I connect it. Now I'll put it like through the floor and stuff. And that thing will go all the way back to here. Or maybe I'll just go under it or something. This is how you pack them in and make things look neater. There we go. Alright, and right click this thing. And this is the front, so that's an input. And that is for chemicals, right? Oh, okay, hold on. Input. Turn this one off. Alright, cool. And then over here, one of these is an output. Let's see. There's a left and a right. I think that is to the right. Okay, cool. Alright, there we go. Alright, fantastic. Alright, so we got the uranium hexafluoride. And, oh yeah, the power. Oh, whoops. Go here. There we go. Make sure all this is running. Alright, they're all running. Great. Alright, now we have the uranium hexafluoride. We can go ahead and put that into the isotopic centrifuge just to make fissile fuel. So, of course, it's like the reactor is like all the way over here. And uranium hexafluoride is like all the way over here. So that's like one pretty long tube there, so yeah. So, alright, so plunk one down, like so. Then, we'll put that into the isotopic centrifuge. Okay, get rid of this thing. And then that's an input. And then this thing is an output. And there we go, fissile fuel. Nice! Alright, great. Wonderful. We did it. Alright, do I have any more camels? Let's see, dark oak planks. Okay. Hey, give me these. There we go. Need turn. Alright, so now we're going to get into reactors. Let's see, what do I need? I need the ports. Okay. Let me first get rid of these things now. Okay, probably don't need any more tanks, I don't think. Barrels, probably not those. Here, put these away. Alright, let's start with the casings. Hopefully we have enough. And you press U on this thing, it has like a neat little calculator you can fiddle around with, and it'll tell you how many blocks you need. So cool. Alright, so we're gonna make 18 by 18 by 18 maximize size reactor here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Alright. Well, maybe we'll do this. We'll leave like a little walkway over here. And it'll be fine. There we go. Alright, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, great. Alright, give me this. Building gadget time. And of course, the building gadget is not in this pack. You have to install it yourself if you want that. Looks like I'm short a few blocks. I've used a couple of blocks in order to make the other stuff. Alright, there we go. Okay, give me the glass now. Alright, cool. Now, can I use the stick on this? Oh, I can. Hold on. What the heck? Oh, there they are. Alright, cool. Alright, so next, we are going to get some of the rods. It's there, and then what are those other things called? Uh, assembly. Okay, there they are. All right. They put this stuff away now. All right. All right. Let's start one corner and hope for the best. There's probably a way to do checkerboard pattern with the building gadget, but don't really want to mess with that. It's fine. Probably wouldn't take that long. I'll have to plunk down the first layer. All right, cool. We do have some of this left. Now, I always forget this, but does it go inside the glass? Or does it go on the outside? Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Oh yeah, you know what I could do? Probably do this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, nice. I think that fits nicely. And now we just gotta close it up. Here, give me that. Alright, probably missed a few spots here. Can't really tell if I did or didn't. Maybe if I just do this. Yeah? It doesn't highlight. What the heck? Okay, alright. Okay, well, it didn't form, so I probably did it incorrectly. So let me see. Okay, alright, I probably did it incorrectly, so let me see. Let me, oh boy. Okay. Do this. Okay. And get rid of these. Alright, cool. There we go. That was it. Jeez, can never remember if it goes under the glass or on the top. That's what you get for playing with string reactors, too. Alright, so now that we have this... how is this going? Oh, ooh, I forgot to put a tank on this. Hold on. It's just sitting there. Alright, let's see, we'll put that over here. Or maybe we'll put that over here. Okay, give me that. And let's see, chemicals. Put that as an output. Okay, great. Hexafluoride. That's fine. It has a buffer on it. Alright, so we're going to run a cable from here into some of these ports over here. So let's see. We're on port like right up here. There we go. Nice. And then let's see. That is 6 blocks that way. And it is 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Get that thing over here. And then we'll do these. That over here. Okay, great. Okay. And this will be an input. Okay, that's an input right there. We'll put that on the bottom. And we'll put it in there later. Okay. Alright, so we're going to fiddle around with the water now. Let's see. Storage bus. Okay, let's see. Where the heck are we going to put this one? We're going to have to process that stuff eventually when we get that stuff out of there. So let's take a look at the antimatter. Right there. And in order to get some of that stuff, you need an SPS, of course. All of that. So the main culprit is the polonium, and that is the solar neutron activator. So that means I will now be turning this into day, because it's easier this way, you know. But then again, how would you even turn this into day? Legit. I mean, there's no Ars Nouveau. We don't have draconic evolution. Oh, you know what? Maybe Malum can do it. Okay, alright, I don't know. But I always turn it to day. Because whatever. Okay, time set noon. And then we'll do game rule. Do daylight cycle. False. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, cool. Alright, so storage bus. We'll put that over here. Okay. Get the cables out of here. Okay. And then we're going to need an IO port on the extended versions. Okay, there we go. And we're going to need a dense energy cell. Okay, we're going to need another flux point. Energy acceptor. Alright, let's see. Give me this. Down over here. Then, let me see, I'll do this one, and then a dense energy cell. Oh, wait, the other way around, hold on. That on top. That one on top. Put this little guy over here. And then we'll set it to mechanism. Alright, great. That's filling up nicely. And now we're going to get our infinite water cell. Like so. Okay. And all this is at the ready. Okay, cool. Alright. We are going to transfer from the cell back into the network. So I'm just going to plunk this down over here. But before we do, we're going to put down our acceleration cards. Just like all 5 of these in here. And plunk down the water cell, like so. And look at that. Holy crap, that's fast. Nice. It didn't even ramp up yet, did it? Okay, well, I don't know. Alright, so there we go. Filled it right quick. That's like, what, 550 million millibuckets there? Alright, so cool. Alright, so we got some fissile fuel at the ready. That's like about 16,000. And let's see, what else do we need? Yes. we need to deal with the steam. So we are going to get the ultimate trash can over here, and we're just going to dump it. That's it. Okay, we are going to configure this to be output coolant. I think that's output coolant, right? Okay, that's output coolant. Let's go do this. It just an ultimate trash can, like right up next to it, and that's it. And this particular reactor port will probably be for nuclear waste. And that one will probably go somewhere. So let me see. Polonium, that's for nuclear waste. Okay, we're going to need a solar neutron activator, so we're going to make a recipe for that one. Like so. Okay, solar neutron activator. What the heck did I just do? Okay. Probably still like topping off all the resources or some crap. This is what we get for not having like the more upgrades for all this stuff. Alright, solar neutron activator. And that one goes into here. So let me see. See, nuclear waste, that's from this thing over here. And that goes into there. Alright, cool. I mean, you can't put it in a tank, obviously. It's nuclear waste. Alright, solar neutron activator. I'm gonna have to put that somewhere. Let's see, where the heck am I gonna put it? I mean, it doesn't need power, it just needs sunlight, and that's it. Okay, but what happens afterwards, though? That goes into a PRC, okay, with fluoride dust, and it makes some of this disc over here. Yeah, we're gonna need both, don't we? We're gonna need this and the other one because we need the SPS. So let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna need this and HDPE sheets as well. Holy crap! Okay. All right. Let me figure this out here. That's polonium. Well, what do we need more of though? Okay, polonium, of course. And that's the PRC with water in it. So we're probably going to have to put that like somewhere over here. Or maybe somewhere in the middle. We'll probably put that in the middle or something. Like right up to the reactor or something. Yeah, I know it doesn't require power, but you know, it's like... it's in the same row. Okay, let me get this. And we'll do this. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, so we got some of that stuff. Making polonium. And now we need a recipe for the PRC. Pressurized. Okay, we have one. Okay, there we go. And that one takes in the fluoride dust, and polonium in order to make the polonium pellets. Alright, cool. And let me see. That one goes into there. And then I can toggle this one. Right? Because I can just do this. And just switch it to output coolant, but then steam's gonna rush into it, and that's not good. So I'm going to have to do it from the machine. So if that's the case, I'm gonna run like another pipe, like right there. And what about the plutonium? How would I get that one? Let's see, plutonium. Okay, that's another isotopic centrifuge. So let me get one of those. Alright, give me that. Then we'll put it in the corner, like so. And this one will go up here, like that. But first, we're just gonna like not do that yet. We're just gonna concentrate on the polonium first. And then we'll do the plutonium later. Alright, let's see. Plutonium. What's that after next, though? Okay, that goes through the PRC. Plutonium, that goes through the isotopic. Okay, they both go through the PRC anyway, so... this one goes into here. Polonium. Okay, so, I mean, really have a buffer, though. Here you go. Here, put it in here. And I'm hoping this tube will act as a buffer. Alright, let me make another one. And this one will go over here. Right, so for the plutonium, that's the final destination there. And for this one, polonium pellets, okay, that's the final destination there as well. Okay, great. Now we need to put stuff in. So interface, one of these, we'll plunk one of these guys down. Go. And we're gonna pull in the fluorite, but we're gonna pull in fluorite dust instead. So that means we're gonna need a crusher. Okay, give me that. Alright, let's see, where the heck am I gonna put this one? That one is over here. Alright, maybe I'll put it over here as some crap. And that'll go into, I don't know, another barrel or something. But then again, I would like to put that over here, though. That one goes over there. What if I move that to over here? Let me see. Let me put this over here. Okay. And then I can just like connect these two over here. Alright, cool. Okay, give me that thing now. Now put this one over here. Okay. Crusher. Put that over here. And then, let's see, so one of these would get fluorite dust, right? Or maybe all of them. Okay, let me see. Alright, all of them gets the fluorite dust. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I could keep it... I don't necessarily have to use a barrel, because the crusher will, like, go fast anyway, right? It'll go faster than this thing can, like, make stuff. So, cool. Alright. Get some cables out here. Let's see, how many channels do I have left on this thing? 2 more channels? Should I use like another channel over here? Well, this thing requires water, and so does this thing over here. Okay, alright, fine, here. Take this, and then I'm going to go over. Or maybe not. There we go. Okay, so for this crusher, this one will take on the fluorite. Like so. Okay, turn that one off. This is an input. Okay, cool. Alright, where's that pipe? Okay, here's a pipe. And this one will probably go maybe over or something like that. Or maybe, just keep it like a little bit flatter, but we'll probably go under. Unnecessarily under. Oh, this thing's in the way. Uh-oh. Oh, I can do this. Aha! Alright, cool. Give me another camel block. Black dye? Alright, hold on. Ink sacks. Ah. I have a lot of those. And no, camel is not in the pack. You have to install it yourself. Alright, there we go. Get rid of that. There we go. Nice and neat. Okay. So this one takes on, like, what? Water? Okay, I'm going to put this one over here too, right? Or no? Oh, let's put that one over there too. Oh, okay, here. Give me this. Let me see. Right here, get rid of this. Now put another one down. Okay, fluorite. And then, water. Alright, cool. And this one takes on water. Let's see, how the heck am I gonna put this one over here? That one goes into there. Okay, it's gonna have to be over here then. Is that a... oh, okay. Damn pipe is right in there. Okay, maybe I should do like this. Hopefully nothing's like under here. Is there anything under here? Yeah? Okay, good. Get rid of that. And we'll do this. Alright, cool. And this one will get the water. Okay, turn all this stuff off. Alright, that one is water. At least I think it is. Is it? Hold on. Fluids. Okay. I'm gonna need some... hold on. Import. Okay, and then do this. Alright, there we go. Alright, getting some water there. Alright, so this one gets the fluorite dust, so items. One's an input. Okay. And this one should be... okay, let's clear these. Okay, that one should be an input. The fluids over here, that one's an input there. Alright, cool. And then from here, that one is an output. Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to need to power this. Dang it. Alright, cool. So these PRCs are ready. Ready. so what else? Am I missing anything here? Okay. That one goes into here. Okay, well, we're connecting this one first. So that one should be connected already. And to turn these off. And that one's coming from the left, so that's an input. Okay, and that one is output. And this one is an input right there, or no? That's for items. Okay, chemicals, input. Okay, great. And that, we'll probably put like a barrel on top of it or something. Or maybe we'll just like put it back to the network because, well, why the heck not, right? Okay, give me these. And maybe we can... Well, this is not the main network, is it? So... Okay, let me connect these first. Okay, that's an output there. And this is input. Okay. And the right side to the fluids, that's an input, okay. Alright, cool. Alright, we're just gonna run one long pipe, one from there. Don't change the colors. No, stop it. Okay, hold on. Let's see, this is over here. Yeah, it should be right. Stop changing the color. I just wanna put that to none. What the heck, man? Is it over here? Okay. Oh, what the heck? Sometimes it does it and sometimes it don't. Okay, it's freaking... Okay. You just do this. Does it to this one as well? I think it only works on this, on these types of pipes here. Alright, there we go. And that should go back into the network so I can monitor its progress. Alright, top, that's an output. And over here, that's also an output. Alright, great. So anyway, are you tired of these sounds yet? I'm gonna make a recipe for this. Right there. Did I already make an upgrade for that? Alright, where's that damn crusher? In you go. 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 Ah, much better. Alright, let's make a whole bunch of speed upgrades. You're gonna need a whole bunch. And then we're gonna need some energy cards. Alright, cool. Alright, let me see. That one has water, You have the steam going. Okay, we're ready to input this stuff. And let's see, this is the fusion reactor port, okay? See, this is that stuff over here. Oh yeah, well, we gotta like deal with the spent waste, don't we? Okay, so it's coming from this one, right? Oh boy, how the heck am I gonna do this? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay, alright, here. Maybe get rid of this. We'll do it some other way. Okay. And then, see, that one takes on that stuff over there. That's the crushed stuff, right? Okay. We can do this. Okay, do I need any more storage buses, though? Okay, get rid of that. Okay, give me this. We'll put that thing over here. And the crushed fluorite and stuff. This one doesn't have it, so that's okay. Okay, here, put this on the list. And then we'll put this over here. And then we'll put this over here. Okay, in you go. And that should work. Alright, great. Okay, and the pipes down here, we'll just get rid of this. Come on. What? It's freaking nothing in here. Alright, any more camels? Okay, there's some camels over there. Alright, there we go. Alright, next, we're going to get some barrels. Some waste barrels. Over here. Make a recipe for that one. And put that over here. Make like, I don't know, like 40. Okay, we're going to run the pint for spent fuel. That one goes like that. And let's see, where the heck are we going to put this stuff? Maybe under here. Like right next to the water, so it gets polluted. Or maybe over here next to the trees. Just, you know, just mess with the wildlife and stuff. Alright, cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, let's see. Go like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, there we go. Now, do we have any of those fancy factory? Okay. Never Never mind. I'll just cover it with dirt. It's fine. There's a radioactive sign on it and everything, so it should be okay. We put warning signs on it. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Are we ready to turn this on? This is chemicals, so let's output the front there. Okay. Alright, great. Now, I have to output this, so give me this. Guess I didn't need to get rid of that pipe after all. Let's see, that thing goes down there. That thing goes over there. Okay, alright, here, do this. Let's do this again. Alright, cool. And that one outputs the top. And that one also outputs the top. Okay, great. Okay, chemicals goes out the back. Okay. Alright, cool. I think we're ready to turn this baby on. Alright, let me see. This is fissile fuel. Okay, great. And then we're going to output from the bottom. And it's already empty because we haven't produced that much. There you go, 48. Alright, activate. Alright, we are getting some nuclear waste. And we are generating something else here. Hold on, let me see. Okay, 7 millibuckets polonium. Alright, we're getting on. We are getting on. Alright, cool. Let me see this here and see this here. Alright, so what do we have a surplus of? This one is 5,000 and going up. Jeez. Alright, let's go ahead and start speeding some things up. So let me get some speed upgrades, and then we're gonna get some energy cards. We want to start speeding this baby up. There we go, uranium oxide. And then this one will need to be sped up. There we go. Very nice. That goes into here. And this one will obviously need to process a little bit faster. Alright, great. Okay, what is this side over here? This one's that one, so this is that side. Okay. So here's the bottleneck, the sulfur. Sulfur is always a kind of a bottleneck, you know. That's why you need to like plunk down more of these things. Just to like make it produce a little bit faster. Because as you can see, it's like almost one-sided and stuff. Okay, cool. And let's see, electrolytic separator, that isn't really that much of an issue. That's hydrogen right there. And let me start dumping the excess here, just in case. We don't want the O2 to go down or anything. But we'll get like a big surplus of O2 anyway, so here, put the energy cards in there anyway. And let's see, this is water vapor, so how many do we have? Okay, we'll speed this one up too. Here you go. It's more. Oh, that's a much more there. Okay, that is sulfur trioxide. So is this sped up? Okay, that's not sped up at all. Let me speed this one up there. And there goes that side. Like, this one has to go hard in order to keep up with this thing. So yeah, I might have to like plunk down some more. But the thing is, it's going to eat through all my sulfur supply if I do that. So that's concerning. It's a little concerning. It's not like we have any other like sulfur production in this particular pack. We don't have like MA, and we don't have any other things. Let me see. Let me see what I can do about this. Well, we have the laser drills. I mean, you can do this if you want to. Let's see, what's this? O2. Oh. Oh, really? Aha. Oh, Geors, huh? Okay, well, you can do that if you want to. But I'd rather plunk down some more lamps, you know? That thing goes fast. have to start throwing ores out. Alright, let's see. Okay, this one needs to go faster. This one produces what? Sulfuric acid. Okay, in you go, and then in you go. We'll speed up all the machines here. Okay, this one takes in what? This thing? Yeah, that's also a limiting factor right there. Because they can like only do one at a time and everything. So this one needs to be scaled up. The sulfur needs to be scaled up, you know. I mean, the enriching factory, that one's fine, I guess. I mean, I can speed this up. It's only limited by the barrel anyway, so. Okay, here, let me get some more energy cards. Don't want to waste unnecessary power here. Alright, great. Alright, so there we go. Let me take a look at the reactor. Okay, we're getting a bunch of fissile fuel already. Alright, and the water's keeping up, yeah? Okay, the water's keeping up. Alright, let's go ahead and go to 400. Alright, warm up a little bit, you know? And the water looks like to be keeping up there. It looks like it's going down, but it goes back up after a few seconds. Okay, there we go. It just goes back up. So nice. Of course, you gotta keep an eye on it, just to make sure. You know, just to make sure. And it's pretty okay. Alright, let's take a look at this stuff over here. That is filling up with polonium. And are you doing okay? Do you have any up? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me get some of this stuff. Here's half. Okay, and then here's some more. Look at that. This thing needs to go faster. Alright, are you going faster? Okay, why are you not taking it out? It's the import bus and into here. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me go in here. And then, let's see. Items. Okay, input. Okay, there we go. That one. Items. That one's an input. It has two inputs like right here. What the heck? Okay, it's not even on anyway. It's no big deal. We need to do the polonium because now it's going to fill up. And this pipe can only handle so much, you know. Alright, give me this. Speed up. If anything, I should slow down the burn rate so this thing can catch up. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, it's going down. It's going down. It's okay. Alright, cool. It's catching up. Now, how about the waste barrels? Is that okay? Holy crap, okay. I mean, it's not filled up yet, so that's okay. That's okay. Holy... Okay, that's a little much there. But the pipes are, like, empty. It's not like they're filled, you know? It's like, you know, there. Yep, it ran out of fissile fuel. It ran out, it can't keep up. It cannot keep up. Okay, let's put it back to 200. We don't have the production for this. Alright, put it down to I don't know, like 70 or something. Alright, that's 70. 60. It's doing alright, 40. Alright, it's starting to fill up again. Alright, so 50. Alright, starting to equalize there. All right, that's the burn rate right there. It can go higher, you know, if you scale up your machines over here. You know, so some of this needs to be scaled up. So let's see. This is sulfuric acid. Do you have any speed upgrades? Well, why do you not have any speed upgrades? Here, just take this. Okay, there we go. This one is scaled up, no problem. Let's see, sulfuric acid, okay. And this stuff creates what? Hydrofluoric acid. Okay, and that one goes into here, right? Oh, I mean, it's like constantly filled anyway. It's like, what the heck, man? There's no point speeding this up because the other things is a limiting factor. Like this thing. This thing's a limiting factor too. But we don't exactly have a lot of resources. It's not like we have like millions, you know. We only have like 42k of sulfur. And the fluorite, that's like 48k. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it, see if it goes up. I mean, it's going down right now, quickly. I might add. Okay, alright. That's the fluorite right there. How about the uranium? Interesting. There it goes. Okay, alright. Okay, how's the polonium right now? Okay, not bad. We are... How many pellets do we have? Ooh, hello. I mean, the initial startup, we did have like a supply of it already. A starting supply. So I guess that's where it's going to, right? Okay, alright. Okay, how about the HDPE sheets? How easy is that to make? We're going to need an enrichment chamber, aren't we? Okay, HDPE pellets, that's PRC right there. We're going to need liquid ethene. That is liquid ethene. Okay, let me just get this one. Then we're going to need O2. We're going to need the substrate. Okay. Then we're going to need the biofuel with the hydrogen and the water. Okay. Okay, biofuel. Now, what can I crush in order to do that? Okay, how much seeds do I have? 41k. Okay, wheat. It's not like I'm using it. Well, I have more seeds than wheat, so I might as well just use the seeds. Crush that into biofuel. All right. So that's pretty straightforward. In order to get the HDPE sheets, you need to put the HDPE pellets inside an enrichment chamber to get that. In order to get the pellets, you need to get some substrate. Mix that in with some O2. You know, we already have O2 at the ready. You know, it's like right here, but we should make another one just for that one. Okay, and then in order to get the substrate, so you need to let's see, get the biofuel over here, and then here's where the hydrogen comes into play. So you mix that with water, and you get the substrate, and you get this as a byproduct, the ethene. So this is the ethene that goes into making the pellets right there. So cool. Once you get the HDP sheets, you press U on this thing, and then you can make your SPS casings as long as you have the polonium pellets and the plutonium pellets at the ready. Alright, cool. Alright, so there we go. We made the reactor right here. And then you start some fissile fuel production right here. And it probably requires some scaling up, but again, you know, we only need a handful of antimatter, and that's it. You know, light pack. So yeah. Alright, so this has been another episode of ATM10 LITE version. I've been FumbleBlanc, and I'll see you next time.